Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled People. In today's episode, bizarre woman tries to steal my fries at the food court. Entitled sister. The most entitled client I ever had. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Bizarre woman tries to steal my fries at the food court. This happened at the food court at my local mall the other day, and it's weird how boundaries and basic social conventions seem not to apply to some people these days. So me and my wife go to the mall and decide while browsing that we're going to get some food. We go, my wife says she's not hungry, but I get a burger and fries and then start eating. Halfway through, my wife says she is in fact hungry and she's going to steal some fries. Fair enough, I let her take some fries and she eats them. A little while later, I've started on the burger and my wife says she needs the bathroom and walks off, and I have some fries left on the side of my plate. I look down to use my phone as I get a DM from someone and then I hear a rustling sound at the side of the plate. I look up, thinking my wife has come back and has decided that she wants more, and say, "Hey honey, guess you've made some extra room for more fries," and then spot that no, it's not my wife. There's some random woman, mid-30s, putting her hand in my plate, about to grab the fries. She laughs and says, "Wow, suddenly we're super acquainted, aren't we?" I laugh out of disbelief and say, "Excuse me, why are you trying to steal my food?" She acts offended and says, "Well, you let the other woman sitting by you steal some fries, and you clearly don't want these, so I thought I could have them." I explain that the other woman sitting by me was my wife, but she's just some random person who I don't know, and doesn't have any right to my food as I hadn't invited her. She just rolls her eyes, snorts, "Let's go of my fries," and then walks off. I sit there for a second in disbelief that someone just tried that, and my wife comes back and asks what the woman storming away from my table wanted. I explained what just happened, and we both laughed as it was weird, inappropriate, and something that most people should probably have learned way earlier than someone who seemed in her 30s. "I'll just take this stranger's food without asking" is certainly an interesting take on things, but not one I agree with. I started holding a fork, whether I need it or not, and any hand but mine or my partner's is going to get stabbed. I started doing it in high school because I had a bully who'd steal my food and throw it on the floor. I should have done this to my siblings, maybe then I'd have actually been able to eat the food off my plate. My BF has several older siblings and eats with his arms guarding his food. I might be able to steal some fries, but no one else is getting a hand near his food. Now if someone come up and asked for some fries, he'd probably give them some. He's a teddy bear at heart. Maybe her convoluted way of trying to hit on you, that was a mighty fail? Exactly. Something I'm sure some random girls try daily. Upon reading the first two paragraphs, I thought you were going to say the bizarre woman was your wife. It starts young with children who were never taught no. I constantly have children, 10-years, trying to eat my food, and complaining that I won't share. "It's not fair" seems to be their favorite sentence. And that's when you ask them, who promised you that life is fair? Drug logic maybe? Illness? She certainly wasn't expecting to be caught, that's why she was being sneaky. I've had that happen before too. It sucks. I had this happen in San Francisco. A woman walks by my table. I am done with breakfast. She walks by and grabs a handful of half-eaten hash browns. So gross. One time, in a combination gas station /KFC Taco Bell in WV, I was sitting in one side of a booth across from two friends. One got a crazy look on her face. I look over, and some little kid had just walked up and was drinking my soda. He didn't touch it, he leaned over and just used my straw. It was wild. I used to work in fast food, and there was one employee that would grab fries from anyone eating in the break room. I had a friend put pepper on her fries and I'd noticed her fries were not being grabbed. I tried pepper on my fries and liked it, plus the bonus of the fry thief would leave mine alone. She even asked me to not put pepper on my fries since she didn't like them that way. Since she doesn't like them that way, and not in a laughing way. Like, I just laid down and let it take me. I hope you looked her in her eyeball and said, I don't care what you like. Not only did I know about this by age 3, don't take other people's things, but I also know you that you shouldn't just eat strange food, you don't know what was done to them. You might have licked every fry before eating them for all we know. Reasons why you shouldn't try to scavenge off people's plates, unless you know them well. Entitled Sister. So I come from a long line of teachers. Aunts, mom, sisters, and cousins, you name it. I'm not one, but I know how expensive it is to get ready for the beginning of school and how most have to pay out of pocket and don't get reimbursed. They are only reimbursed $350 in our district. So I asked on FB for people's Amazon wish lists to help out. Thought it would be nice. A couple of first-year teachers I know sent me their list and I bought some things. They all replied so grateful. Asterisk backstory, my little sister and her husband act like they got money. They got the big fancy house, designer clothes, and her a brand new car. Yet when our fam goes places they need my parents to pay for their food, travel aka basic necessities. Asterisk. My little sis is a third-year teacher. She apparently posted her Amazon list weeks ago, in June, didn't say anything to anyone and no one bought from it. She then just bought it all, $1,200 worth on a credit card. She told me this at a family function privately. Then when I later posted asking for Amazon wish lists, she got pissed that I asked for people's lists when I didn't buy from hers. Well, it was posted for 1 week and me and my husband were in a cruise that week. With limited phone service. After I had posted about the Amazon lists, I woke up to crazy texts from my mom about how my sis is upset that I didn't buy from her list, how I need to help her out, how she posted hers and I should have just known to look at her page, etc. I sent my sis a text saying I didn't mean to offend her, that I didn't see her list and that since I couldn't find her list I was just going to send her a Venmo. I sent her $100 on Venmo with the memo, hope this helps, buy teacher stuff. No reply. At the end of day around 10 p.m. I get a Venmo notification, $100 returned to me with the memo, come help instead. After both her and my mom threw a huge fit over me not buying stuff from the list, her telling me she's broke, then someone gives her money to help buy things for her classroom and she returns the money. At this point I'm just confused as what I'm supposed to do? You're supposed to pay the entire $1,200, of course. And any interest she has accrued on her card. No, nothing less than paying whatever outstanding balance is on the card will do. I mean, it's your well-off sister, you know. Ask mom how much she gave your sister. When the obvious answer is none, then let her know to put her money where her mouth is or shut up about it. Or maybe ask sis if she's so broke how come she can afford a new car. Ops sister needs a financial planner, not a handout. Maybe it's me, but I think she expects you to send the whole $1,200. So does your mom. Don't do anything. She returned the money so she obviously doesn't need it/s. If she or mommy throw another fit, inform mom that she returned the money. End of story. My granddaughter is a teacher and had a wish list on Amazon. I gave her a check so she could fill in any gaps. She was happy with that. Does $1,200 seem like a lot, or is that normal for buying teachers' supplies? I know it's way more than what districts give out, if any, but that seems really high. I wouldn't be totally surprised if sis got herself some stuff as well and wanted OP to pay for everything. Who can afford a big house and new car on a teacher's salary? You did your part, so don't let them make you feel bad. She chose to send the money back, so just refuse to keep rehashing it. If your mom is that concerned, let her pay for your sister. Sounds like she is a narcissist and your mom is an enabler. Stop helping her have incorrect priorities in life. Stop helping her at all. Set boundaries now, or it will only get worse. You are supposed to ignore her. A teacher acting this childish is ridiculous. When she doesn't get the response she is looking for, she will perhaps learn to be grateful for whatever help is offered. Thank you for donating to those other teachers. Patiently explain to her that you are not qualified to help because you are not a mental health professional. Then ignore any complaints from either mom or sis. Disclaimer: this probably won't be effective if you actually are a mental health professional. The most entitled client I ever had. So I made mention of this in a previous post and quite a few people requested to hear about it. I will start with a little backstory. I am a certified machinist and welder. I do everything from fabrication, prototyping, and repair. Most jobs I get are repair jobs, which is good because where I live there is a lot of mining, logging, and other industrial work. I have a system. If I get sent something for repair, I require a call first. Description of what is wrong. The part that is damaged be sent to me, preferably not the whole machine, as I have only been doing this for 8 years total now. When this happened, I was still fairly new. I had just built my final shop that I am in now and I had been in it for maybe a year. I got sent an entire horizontal mob arc tree grinder. Now off on a quick tangent. I rent out shop space in my shop. I am very safety oriented. If I see one thing done wrong, I will kick someone out of my shop, don't care if they are renting or not. I'm not going to be cleaning up the mess left behind after you lost limb. There are machines/equipment that absolutely terrify me, and number one is any type of wood chipper/stump grinder/tree grinder. Anything that grinds? I don't want to be close to it if it has power. So, mob arc tree grinder, absolutely massive. First of all. Second of all, I had no idea what was wrong with it. Not to mention I had nothing to move it. The driver for the company had to drop the trailer there. No contact information, no description of what was wrong with it. So that thing sat there for maybe a week. Finally got a phone call. Went like this. Me, hello? Caller, yeah. I sent one of my stump grinders there for repair. Is it fixed? Me, well. No. First of all, it's still on the bed of the trailer because I don't have anything that can move it. Second of all, I have no idea what was wrong with it because no call was made to me. Caller, TCH. Figures. Me, what figures? I can't do anything if I don't know what's wrong with it. Caller, so? Me, so, maybe instead of coming off as moderately hostile, then tell me what is wrong with it? Caller, it needs new teeth on the rotor. Keep spitting logs back out. Me, okay, do you want those fabricated or have you purchased them already? Caller, you can get them from and I just need them installed. We'll have a guy come out there with the keys for it. Me, okay, well I'll email or fax you over the contract to sign, and once that is signed it's going to take maybe 5 days in total, but I will give you a call, let you know when it's ready. Caller, sounds good. So, I got to work on this stupid thing. I had to call my cousin and my dad in to help me get the dumb thing taken apart just so I could pull this stupid rotor drum out. Now, the teeth just bolt on. This absolute idiot must have had one of his guys build up weld onto the teeth and then grind them to shape. Good as new. Wrong. Because they were welded right to the rotor. So with a lot of gouging I managed to get every single one of these stupid teeth off. For those who don't know, gouging is done to blast away the weld. You need to be very careful, and also copper-clad gouging sticks. They are not cheap. You are looking at $30 to $40 for a pack of 12 sticks, and those sticks don't last long either. Got all of the teeth replaced. Gave the guy a call. Told him she was all assembled, fresh teeth put on it. Told him all in all that the price would be $56. Click *, phone hangs up. I try to call back. No answer. 2 days later, truck driver shows up with an empty trailer. Comes in my shop and starts walking around the tree grinder, says he is here to pick it up. I go into my office, take a look. No payment? So I told the driver that I haven't gotten payment, so that equipment isn't released. Driver called his boss, told him about it. Boss man called me. Me, hello?
Bossman, why are you not releasing my equipment? Me, you haven't paid? Bossman, so you are stealing my equipment? Do you know how much money you have cost me?
Me, I haven't cost you any money, your own negligence in taking care of your machine is what cost you. You signed a binding contract that clearly states, if payment is not received then the object/item/equipment in question will not be released back to the customer.
Bossman, I don't need to pay you anything. You are a week late. Me, yeah. You do. You signed on that dotted line.
I'm not a week late, you didn't send me any information to go off of, and that is why your machine sat in my shop for a week.
Bossman, my driver is taking that grinder. Me, I can promise you he is not. Bossman hangs up. Bossman called the driver back and told him to take the equipment.
I literally heard the driver say, you haven't seen this guy, I am not doing anything like that.
You didn't pay him. Pay the man. They went back and forth. Driver left. Driver came back 3 hours later, police in tow.
Police looked at the contract and said nothing can be done to the driver. Driver left. The next day the driver came back, this time he didn't bring a trailer lol, and he said that payment should have been sent. I took a look. Still no payment. Told the driver. Nope. Still not going anywhere. At this point the driver was furious. He phoned up the boss man, started screaming at him, telling him he's not going to play these stupid games, pay up or he will just go home and then he will have not one but two outstanding bills and he can find a new driver. Bossman caved and paid up. I helped the driver load up and off he went. A month later, another piece of equipment shows up, a drum for a stump grinder that is absolutely thrashed. Welds all over the damn thing, crud up like no one's business. And a little piece of paper attached to it that says needs repair, call OK. Call the number. Bossman, hello? Me, oh no. Nope. Are you the one that sent me this 18-inch drum for a stump grinder? Bossman, yes. Me, well you can tell your driver to come back and get it. Bossman, what? Why? Me, after the last fiasco with you having to wrestle payment out of you, you constantly berating and insulting me, I have absolutely zero interest in doing business with you. You can find someone else to do your repair. Bossman, you are the only person close. Which was true, I was just a 2.5 to 3 hour drive away from his job site. Me, and you should have thought about that before you tried to treat me like an idiot and stiff me on payment. What you do from here is not my problem. Bossman, F***** you then no one will want to work with you. Do you know who I am? Me, no, and I really don't care who you are. At best you are a guy that tried to steal from me. That's all. Bossman hangs up. His driver came back. Loaded the drum back up and then he told me. You know, you really inspired me. I think I'm just gonna drop this off and then tell Bossman that I quit because I'm sick of this. To which I replied, How many people has he done this to? The driver told me that he had gotten sued by a previous shop owner for $270,000 in unpaid bills and was forced to pay that. Because of that incident, I now require a down payment which will be subtracted from labor costs only. I still get plenty of business and Bossman's company actually went bankrupt in 2018. Now he actually works at the same company my cousin works at, building the very equipment he once used to own. LOL. Tips for everyone out there. If you are running a business and you do any kind of repair/fabrication, be it computers, cars, heavy machinery, whatever. Know what your time is worth, because there will always be someone that thinks they can take advantage of you just because they can. Don't put up with anyone's ***T, don't let anyone disrespect you or your craft. There is a fine line between professionalism and rudeness. The moment a client crosses that line into rudeness, throw it back at them, but in a professional way. You didn't start a business for fun, you started a business so that you didn't have to put up with other people barking orders at you. Have a safety net in place. A contract, written agreement, something with a signature, because if I didn't have that one single line in my contract, legally I would have had to release that machine and take him to court for the payment, which would have been a long and costly battle.
Thank you for reading and have a nice day. Graphic designer here.
I require 50% as a deposit for any new business. Repeat customers only have to deposit 30% to start. I only had one client who could run a tab without a deposit, and we did business for more than a decade, so I knew them well.
Some states don't legally allow you to collect that high of a deposit for work.
I believe in my start you can only collect 30% deposit by law.
I don't know who you are, but I know what you are.
Way to go standing up for your rights and including that clause in your contract. Your tips at the end are spot on. My son is looking into welding as a career, and I will be sure to show him this post and emphasize how important it is to follow your advice.
Not a welder, but I owned my own software company for many years.
Don't suffer fools and stick with the customers who value your labor and treat you the way they expect to be treated. I never had a bad debt and would threaten to dump any client who used their accounts payable balance as a way to finance their company.
Well done. Contracts are a must. But don't bill people for your time. Bill them for your expertise.
I have a plumber friend who was called out to a home where 3 different plumbers were unable to diagnose a problem that had this house with no hot water. My friend said he can fix it at a cost of $750. The owner was thrilled that there was someone that could fix the issue.
My buddy wrote up a quote and had the owner sign it. Took my buddy 20 minutes to fix the issue. Owner then lost it and said, I'm not paying $750 for 20 minutes.
My buddy said, no you aren't, you're paying me $750 to fix something no one else could. I have a signed work order, and if you don't pay we'll go to small claims court and I'll add legal expenses too.
Some people think they have the money, so they can push people around. But they forgot they need equipment fixed, so the mechanic/repairman got the power, not them. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.